Hello everybody, welcome to this live stream. This is Belcher94. I won't answer questions or anything yet. I'll just wait a few minutes for people to join. Hoping to hope to have you all join me and bring in the new year, new decade, a new chapter into the lives of yourself, myself, many other people. But before I get into any of the videos or any questions or anything like that, I just want to thank the firefighters, men and women out there fighting the bushfires, keeping us people safe. It's awesome what they do for us, and thank you for letting us have the fireworks. That's something exciting to see on TV. Hello, Caleb. Hope you're having a good night. Happy New Year to you. But if anyone's got any questions about what I do on my YouTube channel and stuff like that, which mainly what I do on my YouTube channel is train vlogs and unboxings and tech related videos. So I have a quick Google of my soda water. So I am going to upload this to YouTube if people are going to want to watch it later. Thank you, Caleb. Hopefully I'll try. I hope you've had a good Christmas. Hope Santa was good to you and bought you a lot of goodies. Oh, again, a lot of people coming in to watch. That's exciting. So, question I'm going to ask you all that are watching, and thank you all for watching, is what goals do you have for 2020? What do you want? What goals have you set for the new decade? Because my goal is to one day buy a house, have a full-time job, so I'm not working 50 jobs, and and eventually have dogs at my house. Oh, thank you for hearting my video, whoever that is. I want to get a new job. Do you have a full-time job, or are you talking about me? Because I don't have any new jobs, to tell you the truth. And hopefully 2020 Rabbitohs will win the premiership. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. And we've got 7 minutes until the end of this decade. And will we have planes crash? I don't know. Will this iPad shit itself at midnight? I don't know. Hopefully not. Currently they've got some concert on the ABC, which is nothing that exciting. But yes, I do have. I will have YouTube videos coming in the next few months, hopefully. I know next month I'm going to hopefully do some transporting, catch the new inner city train, the new inner city training testing, and hopefully I can get some good photos of that. Which would be awesome to see. I'm going to pull myself. So this is one of my Christmas presents, the Soda Stream. If I can get the name onto the Soda Stream, and for some reason it's in opposite land. So these are bloody awesome. These things. There's music playing on the TV, but I thought I'd turn it down because we don't want the music mafia coming after me, actually. I don't. That'll be scary. Got my phone on charge. Everything's not charging. That sucks. And I got the new PS4 controller that works. It's great. I was able to watch some wrestling, which is great. 5 minutes now. I'll see if I can flip the camera when the fireworks stuff so I can stream the fireworks on the TV. Hopefully, if the iPad plays ball. How you going, Paul? Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope you had a good Christmas. Santa was good to you. Yeah. And I hope you have a safe New Year too. But for anyone that's just joining too, I'm going to say this again. Anyone new that's just joined, I just want to thank the Rural Fire Service for all the men and women out there fighting those bushfires. We all appreciate what they're doing to protect us from those bushfires, especially the bushfires in the Putty and other places in New South Wales, Queensland, and I believe South Australia have a couple of fires. Hope everyone that's involved in the fires are safe. And so again, just want to thank them for all the hard work and thank them for letting us have some fireworks while in Sydney. But fortunately, I think most areas had them cancelled due to safety risks, which is fair enough. And according to the Google Hub, there's 4 minutes. I'll see. I'll have a quick look at my phone and see if there's any sports update, especially in the cricket. If I can find the cricket up. I think there was a cricket. I think there might be the Big Bash on tonight. They're playing a group song on the TV at the moment. If anyone's Ash tonight. See if I can get this cricket score. Apparently, the Thunder just beat the Strikers, according to Mr. Google. For some reason on the Fox Sports website, but my phone's saying google.com. That's very interesting. Maybe this bug is already. Hey Courtney, how are you? I hope you had a good Christmas and I wish you all the best for the new year. Yeah, so it's interesting because the Thunder just beat them by 4 wickets. Or technically 3 runs if you want to be very technical. And we've got 2 minutes. Countdown to the new millennium. Will we have the and also this will mark the 20 year of the rumours of, thank you Courtney, of the 2K Millennium Bug, which I think did fry the Millennium trains, to tell you the truth, because they had to get withdrawn from service for a time being because they had software bugs, and I think some of them still have the plague to this day of saying some weird stuff on the destination screens. For some reason, some of them say next station is welcome aboard, which is quite an interesting. I'd like to know where that station is on the network before, But if anyone has any questions about my YouTube channel or want to subscribe, please feel free. I have 2 YouTube channels, Belchy Who and Belchy94. Belchy94 is for, I've been putting train spotting. Hopefully I'm going to try and do some train spotting, especially when they do on Sunday when the new services start. I probably won't get the first one, but I'm curious of what will be the first train to do that Singleton service. But I'll probably get the night one, and also plus try and catch these new inner city trains. And we've got 1 minute, so I'm going to flip it to the TV and see if I can get the TV on so we can watch the fireworks and not have my hand. Yep, it's working. There you go, the TV, and it looks quite terrible. It's on the ABC. For some reason my TV looks really weird. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, everybody. We're in the new millennium. Even the Google Home Hub saying 12 o'clock. So there's the fireworks. If anyone's not watching or they're out partying. Like I said, I just want to thank the Flyers for letting us have this excitement of fireworks. It's quite exciting. And apparently the 2000s fireworks is on YouTube somewhere. I'm going to try and hit the volume down because I don't want the Mafia to come after me and kill me or something, because the Music Mafia don't like you when you copyright, which is damn annoying. But there's the fireworks. Looks terrible. I do apologise for the image quality. I am using my iPad to do this because it is in a special case. And in WWE terminology or wrestling terminology, we'll call this all pyro. Look at all that exciting pyro. It's all everywhere, all the red, all the colours. I'd actually like to go to one of these events one day in the near future. But, yeah. But it'll be one day. And I think there's stuff on the side of the bridge too, which looks pretty cool. And all the flashy colours. And for some reason the colours are not coming up properly on the iPad, because it looks different on TV, but yeah. So there's all the fireworks, all the pretty colours. This is going to probably go for like years. So it's 2 minutes past 12 now. Two minutes into the new millennium. I believe South Australia are about half an hour behind us, and I believe Queensland are an hour behind us. It's only 11:02 over in Queensland, but I believe New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania are into the new decade, and hopefully in this new decade we're going to get some exciting new technology. Like yeah, technology. These fireworks look pretty cool. Bang, bang, bang. This camera is probably going to make you feel all dizzy and like, where the hell am I? But yeah. So once these fireworks are finished, whenever that is, I will talk about my YouTube channel and what videos coming. I want to tell you my thoughts on what I think of Doctor Who coming, which is going to come in about, which will be actually I'll be able to watch that tomorrow, because it is Wednesday now, not Tuesday anymore. I'm just going to have a swig of my soda water, which was made fresh using my SodaStream, which is a pretty good invention. There's all the fireworks. And it's fluoro, and those people are not fluoro coloured. They're actually wearing white shirts. It's just what the iPad's getting off the TV. So I do, like I say again, apologise for the poor colouring. Like that, all the colouring is all over the shop. Yeah. That blue, the bridge looks a bit blue, it's actually meant to be green. I think it's just how the camera is bringing that up. Look at all those fireworks. All those lights on the bridge, I've got to admit, look pretty cool. think that's the no, that's on the Opera House somewhere. It's 5 minutes now, and this is killing my arm, my hand. Look at all the fireworks. Oh, look, it's all red. Look, there's... There's some more fireworks. I think this will go for like 10 minutes or so, hopefully. That bridge thing before, that's actually was a blue and orange. Blue and orange. For some reason on the iPad they come up as blue and red. It's not blue and red. Yeah. It's not purple. It's not purple on the bridge. It's more of a blue colour. For some reason, the iPad is not. Giving you the correct colours. Oh, that was pretty cool. It was like flames that shot off the bridge. I've got to be honest. This is probably the most exciting part of New Year. I reckon is all these fireworks and all the excitement of all these fireworks. There's all these fireworks. So I believe maybe also this year we're going to have the Olympics, so it's going to be a leap year this year, so we're going to have instead of 365 days, it's going to be 366. An extra day in February. So you have an extra day of summer, which people will love. I hate summer, I prefer winter. Yeah, that's sort of coming out alright on my iPad. There's... So if you aren't at home watching the fireworks, this is what the fireworks look like. And I do apologise if for the lighting effect, which I probably should have said before you people have clicked on, but yeah. It's been 8 minutes. 8 minutes and still going. I'll leave at least go for another 2-3 minutes, maybe even more. Because this is the new millennium, the new decade, so I wouldn't be surprised they're going to push it for as long as they want. Oh, where else? That's what the fireworks. Oh, look at that colour display. The always lights up like awesome. Gotta be honest, that'd be fun to watch that all live, but yeah, that'd be so cool. But it'd be pretty shit travelling down there though. You'd want to get there like about crack of dawn. We're at 9-minute mark. Hey Google, Happy New Year.
You're either early or late. I don't mind as long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Okay. You're not useful, Google. So, sometimes she isn't very useful. Just learning technology. But this decade, I've got to be honest, technology has come a long way from, you think about it, started 2000 and we entering into 2010, we had iPhone OS 3, we had no such thing as an iPad yet, it was the iPhone, the modern iPhone at the time was the iPhone 3GS, Android was starting to come in, it was sort of the start of Android, Windows XP was supported, it would have been just entered the extended support phase. A lot of things were different, especially in the computer operating system world. Now we only have Windows 7 will be going out of support in about 7 days now. So if you need to upgrade from Windows 7 to you need to at least upgrade from Windows 7 to 8.1 or 10. But they'll probably push you to upgrade to 10 for security. But Windows 10 will go into extended support this year too. So I think they'll be entering in about a week's time as well. Interesting thing is, I don't think they've released a new version of Windows 10 at all. But I'm going to get on my iPhone and look this all up. I'm curious with the fire, that fire coming into the water. I'm curious, will Ric Flair come through there? Oh, someone sent me a message with the fireworks app on the iPhone. So I'll look up Windows 10 because I'm curious. I'm very curious because I'm pretty sure that would enter extended support phase. So I think the fireworks are over now. I think that's it. Fireworks are over. So, back to me. Now, so if you want to, feel free if you want to comment any questions or Happy New Year. But before I get into more the questions and what I want to talk about, again, if you just join this, I would like to thank the Rural Fire Service for all the hard work, the men and women out there protecting us from the bushfires that are around New South Wales, Queensland and South Australia. We appreciate the hard work. Thank you, and hopefully soon these fires will die down and you can be home with your family safe and sound, and just the hard work you have done over the Christmas and New Year period. We thank you, we appreciate it, and there's no words to appreciate how much what you've done for us, and the people in the doctors, the nurses, ambulance workers, police officers. The work they do is so important and vital, especially through this rough period. If people are having a drink tonight, please keep safe. Don't drink and drive, because I want to see you here celebrating in the next 10 years, and looking at how far the world's changed in 10 years' time, like it has now. And what I was doing before was looking at Windows 10. I'm just trying to find here you go, Windows. We'll go Wikipedia. It'll give us a rough idea. Okay, so 2013 LTSB, mainstream support until October 13, 2020, extended support until October 14, 2025, 2016 LTSB will be until 12th of October 2021, and extended support until October 13, 2026. And then 2019 LTSC, mainstream support until January 9th, 2024, and then extended support until January 9th, 2029. And Windows 8 will have extended support until January 10, 2023. Upgrading to Windows 8.1 is required for Windows 8 users to receive updates and support after January 12, 2016. So Windows 8 isn't supported anymore. So I'm wrong, it's not the 7th of January, it's actually going to be until the 14th. And extended security updates paid in yearly installments for 1, 2, 3s, all for free through Windows Virtual Desktop users until January 10th, 2023, only for professional and enterprise volume license editions. Installing Service Pack 1 is required for all users to receive update and support after August 9, 2013. So that's Windows. I think the latest for Mac is Catalina, and I believe the supported version is, I think it's High Sierra. It might be Sierra. I'll have a look. Mac Sierra. So macOS Sierra is the version 10.12. It actually dropped support of a few macOS units, and this is supported until August 2020. And High Sierra will have support until September 2020, and then Mojave will have support until 2021, and then Catalina will have, it just says it's fully supported, so I'll say it'll drop support in 2022. Because Apple support cycle is pretty much different. So as soon as the new version comes out, so I'll have mainstream support for about a year, then I'll go to extended support. You'll get a few years of software updates, and then third-party software support. Yeah. So, common thing I want to talk about too is Star Wars movie. If anyone hasn't watched Star Wars, turn this off. Go watch it if you want, but I'm going to spoil it anyway. I actually thought the movie was alright. It's better than what I thought it would be. Wasn't invested in political correctness, which was good. There was some political correct scenes, but it wasn't fully. If it was probably the better written Star Wars movie, but the ending was, in my opinion, the ending was terrible. It was pretty weak. It was pretty crap. It was pretty lackluster. I thought the ending could be better. I don't think Rey to me is not a Jedi. If you see at the end where her lightsaber is like an orange yellow colour, that pretty much means she is not a Jedi. And I believe the colour combination, if she was a Jedi and left the Order, it would have been white, because there's no such thing as synthetic crystals anymore, or that the. And thank you, Tyson. Happy New Year to you too. And I'll probably see you at work on Sunday if you're working. And I hope you're enjoying your. Oh no, you won't be at work. I think you're on holidays, so enjoy your holiday, and I can't wait to hear all about it when you come back. Is it the new year yet for you where you are? I wasn't sure if you're in Queensland or not. And this team's going to win 2020 Premiership. Best team in the NRL franchise. I like those Roosters. Yeah. But yes, it was lackluster. So you're in New South Wales. So it has flipped over for you. Cool. Tarree's in New South Wales. I'm pretty stupid to say I was in Queensland. Why would it be Queensland? the boring state. Sorry to offend Queenslanders if he's watching the stream. Yeah. But yeah, I'll continue with the Star Wars. I felt it was like the ending was lackluster. The ending should have been better. It was pretty predictable. We knew Kylo Ren was going to die. Pretty stupid how he died saving Rey. I was hoping the Emperor would actually kill her off. To be honest, I wasn't a fan of her character. It was just, well, I can't say I wasn't really a fan of her character. I felt like in the 3 movies her character was not developed at all. It would have been nice to have some good development. I reckon we would have liked her. But yeah, that to me, and I didn't like the ending. And she said that she was Skywalker, she's not Skywalker. And so, would I probably watch it again? Oh, I'll probably get it when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray. Watch it for that one time and then not watch it again. But it's definitely better than The Last Jedi. Last Jedi, that was probably, I saw a thing on Facebook saying it was the best, it was up there with the best movie of the decade, and I was like, no, it's not. It's probably one of the worst. It's probably the worst movie of the decade, but I wouldn't be surprised to be up there as one of the worst movies of all time, because it was terrible story, terrible writing, it was boring as all hell, and it didn't feel like Star Wars. And it was too much pushing a political agenda, which I think people in society today, well, not in today, I think people just don't want to be lectured to. People just want to come home from a hard day of work and, escape around, and that's what the original 3 did. So when you watch the original 3, you watch 4, you get that excitement, and you want to watch the next one, and then especially Return, The Emperor Strikes Back is probably one of the best sequels to a movie of all time. Brilliant story. It showed the character development, unlike The Last Jedi, which was a joke. You can't compare the two together, because I think that's disgraceful if you're comparing the two together, because The Emperor Strikes Back is a masterpiece compared to The Last Jedi. Last Jedi is crap. But in The Emperor Strikes Back, you actually see character development, Luke going through the struggle, the training, then he goes and fights Vader on his own and loses, which you needed to have in the storyline, that the Galactic Empire win, sort of thing. So it gives you that build up and excitement to go and watch the next one, which it does. You watch the ending of New Hope, you want to go and see what happens, see the character development and the story arcs in The Emperor Strikes Back, and then you watch the end of that and you're like, I want to see what happens in Return of the Jedi. So obviously we see the good guy beat the bad guys, such and such. But there was an interesting plot twist at the time. They were going to have Luke kill Vader, but then Luke puts on Vader's helmet and says, I am now Lord Vader. And there's different story arcs, because in the comics, which I believe Disney don't say it's canon anymore, Leia was trained to be a Jedi. Luke turns to the dark side for a bit to protect his family, and turns good. Yeah. But yeah, that's Star Wars, and I feel like what they did with Darth Sidious was pretty much turned what the... well, we knew Darth Sidious was going to be alive. He looked like in this movie, he looked like a bloody... he looked like one of Frankenstein things from, like the Addams Family or something like that. So, yeah, that's Star Wars. But now, another thing I do reviews on is Star Wars. Oh, not Star Wars. Doctor Who. And I am not excited for this new season of Doctor Who whatsoever. I'm very disappointed with how season 11 turned out. The writing sucked. I think a 5-year-old school kid could write better than Chris Chibnall. Chris Chibnall is probably the worst writer in the history of Doctor Who. And if you go back and watch his stories from David Tennant and the Matt Smith eras, they were probably the worst stories of those time periods. He could not hand the candle up to the great writers of the Richard Hincliffes, I believe, especially that period of the 1970s. If you are a fan of Doctor Who, you're a true fan, and you want to see Doctor Who at its peak, you definitely go and watch the Pertwee and Tom Baker years, because that's when you see Doctor Who at its peak. Two different characters to play a Doctor. They both brought something. John Pertwee's Doctor was a very vital part of recreating the show, to change the show up a bit, to bring something new to the table, or the Doctor Who, that would have been it. It would not have been renewed again. And it did that, and it was good. The story, the writing was good. That's what made it so good, just the different story. So the Doctor loses access to his TARDIS due to the Time Lords him breaking the law, and Time Lords wiping his mind. It was a good story arc. Eventually, he does something for the Time Lords, and they give him back the knowledge of the TARDIS. And Tom Baker is probably one of the most fun. And Tom Baker's era is not different. He's more of a I don't care, I'm funny sort of Doctor, which I like. He's probably my favourite Doctor. He's still alive. He's about over 80 years old now. He's the longest running Doctor of 7 years. And then my worst Doctor, if someone needs to ask the Doctor I let least like, is Jodie Whittaker. And it's not because, and people are going to say, oh, you're sexist, you don't like her because she's female. And it's not because she's a female. I feel like I don't have a problem with the Doctor being a female. I believe, my opinion, Doctor should stay male. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to that opinion, but they have to change the gender, fine. But they need to choose someone that is intimidating, that that can play the Doctor, they've got that dark side, that funny side, they can actually bring something different to the role. Unlike Jodie, I watched season 11, and she still doesn't get the role to me. She doesn't feel the Doctor. She is pretty, I think her range is limited. She can play that mopey character, but you couldn't see her be serious. Her facial expressions were really cringy and really over the top at certain times. It didn't fit the scene. But I can't just blame her. It's not her fault. I know she's not a fan of Doctor Who. We know that. She's just doing it to invest her social justice political views. Has been proving in interviews and stuff like that. I'm not a fan. That's why I'm not a fan of her. Unlike at least Matt Smith, he never watched the show, but when he got the part, he went back and watched classic Who episodes, studied the show, to get an idea of what the character's like, so he can add his bits and bobs to the character. She hasn't added anything new. She just feels like a Matt Smith, David Tennant bootleg in some of the scenes, and it's actually over the top. Her humour is so over the top, it doesn't fit the scene, and the writing from Chris Chibnall is just atrocious. Like, the stories don't make any sense. There's no build or anything. I don't know why Yaz is there. Yaz just feels like she's just been shoved in there. I don't know if it was a diversity hire or whatnot, but she just doesn't fit in. I don't know why she's there. She just looks like she's just been shoved in there. But the best thing of season 11 was Graham. Really well. She's a brilliant actor. He's over top. He's overshone Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker just looks so second class compared to Bradley Walsh, who's quite a talented actor, and I think people would have preferred him to be the Doctor. And he does the best he can with the crappy script. So does Tolson and Cole. In some of the scenes you see him, he just doesn't look like he doesn't want to be there. He just hates it, which I don't blame him. And I think we're all hoping this will be the last season, and that those rumours were canned, and that's not happening. They will be staying on to season 13, and I have no hopes for this new season. I want to be proven wrong, but if it's going to be like worse with more social points than season 11, I think it's going to be terrible. And yes, Doctor Who has always been a very social show, but the thing with that is that it fit this story. It wasn't over the top, because this new season 11, and it started investing itself in Peter Capaldi's era, especially season 9, season 10. It was so infested that it actually took away from the story. Like, for example, the first episode was alright. I've got to be honest, it wasn't too bad. I liked it. Probably the better Chibnall episodes. And then it just went. I mean, and the ratings actually proved exactly what was going to happen. It's going to be very high ratings for the first episode because people are drawn into. They want to see what she was like, the female doctor. It was also going to bring some, but it actually, and then after that, it just plummeted straight down, and like it was not going down and back up. It was just a complete decline in viewership, and I mean it was a big decline, and yeah, but for me, I don't know what episode was the worst because they were pretty terrible. But if I had to pick a favourite, it'd have to be Blam. That's probably the best episode out of all season 11. So, but yeah, season 12 is no hope of. I want it to be good. Apparently, this first story will start tomorrow and be a 2-parter. So, get the first part tomorrow, and I think the second part on Sunday. Sunday or Monday, one of the two. So, and also on my YouTube channel I do train vlogs. So I've done 12 vlogs. I have done Brankston Station. I have done a Singleton night vlog. I have done Cockle Creek, Awaba, Sandgates, Greeter, and Lochinvar. And I'm planning to do much more over the year. Especially, I'm curious to see. I want to try and get as much of the older stock trains in it, like the V sets. Hopefully, when I go to Sydney, I can film some K sets, some C sets, because they're on definitely the V sets. Because the V sets are on borrowed time; they're going to be withdrawn. I heard rumours from online train forums that the DK series and the DJM, which is the chopper control V sets, which have a similar motor to the Tangaras, they will be kept as emergency stock or backup stock just in case these new trains. But my concern is with these new trains. They've got great features. They look nice. They should have been built here in Australia though, better quality. But the seating is my biggest concern. I know the seats won't move. They've got tray tables, but are the seats comfortable? People are going to have to sit on these trains for up to 3 hours. And if the seats aren't comfortable, they're just going to be on the road. People are not going to catch them, and that's going to be a bit of a problem. And I've been catching trains, especially when my great nan was in hospital. I've studied the patterns. People probably think I'm fibbing this, but when an Oscar ran the line, there don't seem to be many people catching it. As soon as there was a V set on the Newcastle Central Coast line, there were a decent amount of people on there. I noticed. So if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. But I want to also get them test while they're testing them. That'll be cool to see. I believe they're doing some testing on the Richmond line. So I'm hoping to do a drive up to Windsor Station. Hopefully the party's open by then. So yeah. But I'm also hoping for the 20. That also I'll get car aircon fixed. That's another goal for 2020. Hopefully get that done in a couple of weeks actually. The new iPhone will come out, the iPhone 12, the iPhone XS. There is a few iPhones rumored to be coming out. You got the iPhone SE2, or technically they're going to possibly call it the iPhone 9, which will look similar to, they're going to pretty much use from the iPhone 8 part spin over the iPhone 8 shell with the iPhone 11 specs, which would be a cool budget phone. I think that'll be a lot of people buy that because a lot of people don't like the Face ID, and apparently the Face ID can be at times not very reliable, easy to access. So people do prefer the Touch ID, but the rumour of these newer iPhones, the iPhone 12, just say that's their name, Apparently they're going to bring back Touch ID. It's going to be built into the display. And rumor is it might not have a notch because the technology is there to put the camera and the piece actually into the bezel of the phone. The technology is there to do that, which would be cool to see. Be nice to see some more affordable custom Macs. I like to see Apple do that because I'm a Mac user, but at the moment I have a custom built Ubuntu Linux machine, which I use, which is my main computer, and I have a early 2009 Mac Mini, which has the patcher on it, so it can run the newer version of Mac OS. I've got High Sierra on it, but it'll be good. Hopefully I'll be able to do an upgrade on that sometime this year, so I can give it a better hard, an SSD and bump the RAM up to 8 gig. So I can do more stuff on it. But mainly what it does is just a file server, but more RAM so it has more space to do stuff on. So yeah. And also I'll do tech unboxing random if I go need tech or whatever or anything exciting. Like I've got to go out and use this film camera for the first time, so that'll be exciting. Yeah. But I think I've gone too long with this stream, so I'm going to end this. End the stream now. That's what I'll say. Thank you guys for streaming it live, and thank you guys if you are watching it on demand, either on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will do another stream soon.